All right, everyone, welcome back. You know those golden years, retirement? Supposed to be all beaches and relaxation. Finally time to tackle that bucket list.
Right. Sounds pretty good.
It does, except for a lot of us, the money part of retirement. Well, let's just say it can keep you up at night. So we're doing a deep dive into a product that says it can make those golden years a bit smoother.
Yeah, we're talking the Ibexis MYGA Plus Annuity.
From Diversified Insurance Brokers. And we're going way beyond, the brochure. We're going to figure out what this annuity really offers, how it actually works, and most importantly.
Yeah, is this thing right for you? Could this be a part of your retirement plan? Big question.
For sure. So first things first, what exactly is an annuity? Like for someone who's hearing this word for the first time.
Okay, good place to start. An annuity is basically a contract. You make it with an insurance company, you give them some money, and in return, they promise to pay you back, usually regularly, like a stream of income. Happens a lot during retirement.
Okay, so it's like you're building your own little pension almost.
That's a great way to put it. Kind of a safety net for your retirement income.
Makes sense. Now this Ibexis MYGA Plus, this isn't just any annuity, right?
Exactly. This one's got options, which is always interesting. It lets you choose your approach. Do you like to play it safe? Or are you, feeling a little risky? Depends on your goals.
Options. I like where this is going. So tell me, what are these two different paths we can take?
All right, so first up, we've got the multi-year guaranteed fixed option. They call it the MYGA for short. With this one, you lock in a fixed interest rate, and you choose how long you want it locked in for, 3, 5, or 7 years.
So it's like a sure thing. Nice and stable. You know exactly how much your money will grow.
Exactly. Predictable growth, that's the name of the game. Now, some people might say, well, what about inflation? Doesn't that eat away at your returns over time?
That's a good point. Inflation can be a real wild card.
Absolutely. But with the MYGA, that fixed rate, that gives people peace of mind, especially when the market's going crazy.
I see. Makes sense. All right, so what's the other option? The one for the risk takers, you said.
Yes. This is the index-linked option. It's for people who are like, hey, I'm willing to maybe risk a little more if it means my money could grow faster.
Okay, I'm listening.
So with this one, your interest rate, it's tied to how well a specific market index does. Could be something like, the S&P 500.
So if the market does well, your money could really take off. What happens if the market tanks? Is there like a safety net, like a minimum interest rate?
Really good question. So yeah, the index-linked option, it could mean big rewards, but it also comes with the bigger risks. Usually there's a limit on how high the interest rate can go. And yeah, there might be a minimum rate, but it's probably going to be lower than the fixed rate you get with the MYGA.
Gotcha. So you really got to weigh the pros and cons. The potential for higher returns, but also the possibility that your returns might be lower than you'd hoped for. Interesting.
Exactly. It's a balancing act.
So it's like this annuity gives you the best of both worlds. You could put some of your money in the MYGA, play it safe, and then put some in the index-linked option for a shot at higher growth.
That's the beauty of it. You get to customize your strategy based on your risk tolerance, your retirement goals, all that good stuff. You can actually put up to 50% of your money in the index-linked option if you want.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Gives you a lot of flexibility. Now, before we go too deep down the rabbit hole here, let's talk about some of those key features they highlight in the brochure. They keep mentioning guaranteed principal protection. What does that even mean for the person investing?
Oh, that's huge. That's one of the main reasons people like annuities. Guaranteed principal protection means that no matter what happens in the market, even if it totally crashes, you're not going to lose the money you put in. It's safe.
Okay, now that is reassuring, especially as you get closer to retirement. You don't want to be gambling with your nest egg at that point.
Exactly, peace of mind. But there is a little asterisk there. Annuities, they usually have these things called surrender charges. Basically, it's a penalty you pay if you need to take your money out before a certain amount of time.
Uh-oh, surrender charges. Those don't sound fun. This is where it gets complicated, right?
Yeah, it can be a bit tricky. The details, like how much the surrender charge is and all that, it depends on the annuity and how long you choose to lock in your money for. But generally speaking, the longer you commit to keeping your money in the annuity, the higher that surrender charge is going to be if you take it out early. And those charges, they usually go down over time.
So working with a financial advisor is probably a good idea here. It sounds like there are a lot of details to consider.
Definitely. Diversified insurance brokers, the folks offering this product, they kind of act like matchmakers. They work with a bunch of different annuity providers to find the right one for each person.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. You really need to do your research and figure out if this is the right move for your retirement.
100%. The Ibexis MYGA Plus, it has some really cool features, especially if you're looking for that balance between guaranteed growth and maybe some market participation. But you got to look closely, understand the downsides, and compare it with other options before you jump in.
All right, so for those of us who are interested in annuities but want to learn more, what's your advice? Which we do.
Well, first, think about what you want your retirement to look like. What are your goals? How much risk are you comfortable with? Then, research different types of annuities, compare the features, the fees, all that, and talk to a good financial advisor, someone who can help you make sense of it all and decide if an annuity is right for you.
Solid advice. I like it.
Right.
Remember, everyone, knowledge is power. Take the time to learn, ask questions, and make smart choices about your money. That's what it's all about. Until next time.